In the world of electric scooters, we've seen brands mainly focus on family-oriented scooters. But have you guys ever seen a brand focus on a scooter oriented for riders? Well, that's what Bgauss tried to do when they introduced the RUV 350. Welcome to Drive Spark. I'm Vedant Jouhari, and let's see what the RUV 350 has to offer you guys. So now, what powers the Bgauss RUV 350? Well, it has a 3 kWh battery pack that produces 3.5 kilowatts and a peak torque of 165 Newton meters. Now, this battery can push the RUV 350 for a total of 135 kilometers of range on a single charge, but that is RI certified. True range is around 120 kilometers on this. So for a 0 to 80% charge on the Bgauss 350, we have three charging options. We have a 500 watt charger, an 840 watt charger, and a 1350 watt charger. Now, charging range span between 1 hour 55 minutes for the 1350 watt charger and 5 hours 25 minutes for the 500 watt charger. Now, coming to the design aspects on the Bgauss RUV 350. So starting off with the front end, we feature a very muscular headlamp unit, and the headlight that we get is a hexagonal shaped headlight. Now we get integrated indicators on the headlight unit itself, and now below that we get this dual tone finish with this black and this grey, and the Bgauss logo embossed right in the center. Now below that is a number plate holder. We get telescopic suspensions in the front and 16-inch wheels. Yes, 16-inch wheels on a scooter. The ratio of the front wheel is 80 by 90 R16. Now as we move on to the side view of the Bgauss, we see it is slightly longer than a regular scooter. Now Bgauss has put in extra care on your seat and rider's comfort. But does it actually provide that extra comfort? I'll tell you about that in the whole video. Firstly, sitting on the scooter, as you can see, I'm 6'1" and I'm pretty cramped up. Like my legs are almost touching the front over here, and if I have to turn, the handlebar does get in the way of my legs. So in terms of space, Bgauss could have done a little better for the riders. And now RUV 350 does stand for Riders Utility Vehicle. So if they are considering the riders, they should have done a little better. So we get the RUV badging on the side, and now moving on to the rear section, we get the Bgauss logo on the rear part of the seat. We get this sort of flattened brake light, two indicators, and we also get a 16-inch wheel at the rear. The rear wheel size that we get is 90 by 90 R16. Again, the rear tire is a little too thin, and it honestly makes the whole rear view of the scooter disproportionate. So the motor that we get on this is not any regular motor that we have. We have an in-wheel hyperdrive motor, as Bgauss calls it, and this gives us 92% of efficiency compared to other motors where we only get around 80 to 85%. So now coming to the display of the Bgauss, we get a whole lot of features such as profile, utilities, display, ride stats, and about your scooter. So we get two displays on this. One is called the Classic and one is called the Glide. And then we get display modes such as if you want a light display, a dark display, or whether you want the brightness to adapt based on your location. Then apart from that, we get brightness settings also. You can select how dull or how bright you want your screen to be. So coming to further features on this, we get cruise control, fall safe, hill hold assist, and various riding modes. Now you get three riding modes: Eco, Ride, and Sport. Eco can give you a top speed of around 50 kilometers per hour. On Sport, we can get a top speed of 60 to 65 kilometers. On Eco, we get a top speed of around 40 to 45 kilometers per hour. On Ride, our top speed increases to around 55 to 60 kilometers per hour. And on Sport, our top speed goes up to 75. Bgauss claims our top speed on Sport can go up to 75 kilometers per hour. However, after riding it, I do feel we can exceed that 75 kilometer mark. So coming to our main display on the RUV 350, we have a whole lot of features and a whole lot of readings that inform us what's happening. Firstly, now that our center stand is down, it's telling us that our stand is engaged. Then we have a neutral symbol that basically means that our scooter is not on. Once our scooter is on, it'll either change into Eco, Ride, or Sport depending on the riding mode you choose. Then we have a trip distance, we have our distance to empty, which is our basically range to zero. and we have the odometer reading for how many kilometers we've run. Also, we get our timing, and we also get the charge percentage of our battery. So now coming to the storage on the RUV 350, we get 15 liters of under-seat storage where we can fit a half-face helmet. Also, we get this sort of small pocket over here where we can fit our documents or whatever necessary. Then beyond that, we also get a very cool feature and under footboard storage. That is something we haven't seen. Then after that, we get 2.2 liters of storage right in the front. So these are all the storage options you get on the RUV 350. Now finally coming to the warranty. 36,000 kilometers or 3 years of warranty for the charger, battery and the vehicle. Now we also have an extended warranty option for the battery, which is 5 years or 1 lakh kilometers, whichever comes first. So now we're riding the RUV 350 and we are on eco mode. There is no initial bite, there is no bite at all. Very easy to ride, very slow and very comfortable. Now we can change riding modes on the go. Now from eco we can just click this button and now we're on the ride mode. For the ride mode we do feel a definite change in power delivery. However, still very linear, very easy to manage, nothing out of this world. It's a very comfortable for the city use. It's perfect. Now coming on to the sports riding mode. So now on the sports riding mode, we can properly feel the difference of power delivery. It's much more visible, it's much more potent. And this would be a lot better when we're riding in the city but on freer roads. There's not enough power to take it on the highways. But if we're riding on the left side of the lane, it's perfect. Top speed 75 kilometers per hour, easily manageable. Now coming to the handling on the RUV. Well, rear suspension is really stiff, front suspension is extremely manageable, quite comfortable. In terms of cornering abilities, the tires are a little too thin, so you can't corner that hard. However, for basic cornering, such as, let's see into this corner, if I show you, basic cornering is pretty good. You can comfortably take it, and seating comfort, riding comfort is out of this world. It's a very comfortable scooter, that's for sure. So now for braking, front brakes are really weak, very weak front brakes. But this does have a combi braking system, so let's see how the rear brake performs on higher speeds. So we're going at around 60 kilometers per hour, what we normally travel, and if you just hit the brake, the initial bite is good. The initial brake bite is good. However, you do feel the brake degress and become a little weaker as you keep holding the brakes hard. All in all, this was the Bgauss RUV 350. Let us know what you think of the scooter down below, and let us know what you think RUV stands for. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. My name is Vedant Jouhari, signing out.